All right. I've gone through your computer's browser history, and you seem to have a type.
Into Dark Souls, bitch! Wait.
Let's ride this high to the sky. Just one more time. This isn't goodbye, but nothing lasts. We've had a blast. Time to go, but we got some more. Let's ride this high to cloud 9. Just one more night. This isn't goodbye, but nothing lasts. We've had a blast. Time to go, but we got some more.
Nice. All right, I'm going to be pausing between every single one. Obviously, I don't want to try to remember everything I have to say about this, each individual team here at the end, because it's not going to happen. So Snow Wave, I've never heard of these guys before. I don't know who they are individually, but I can say that listening to these guys for the first time, I hear a lot of certain beatboxers in them. First one is being Gene and P-Wad, and I like the kind of dynamic these guys have. Again, don't know who they are individually, but the guy on the right there, solely his sole purpose in that routine. Don't know if that's his purpose in the team itself, but it's strictly the drums, the underlying beats. Pretty much like the fabric of any tag team. And then the guy on the left is just all the special sounds and, like, yeah, I want to say almost like the heart of the team there. So yeah, really interesting team. I like this routine they came up with here a lot. It's very clean, very simplistic, and when I say that, I don't mean it's easy to do. I just mean, like, the nature of the routine they came up with itself is very simplistic. They didn't go, like, out of their way to do anything, like, super complex, and I think that favored them because it came out very clean and well structured because of the simplicity of it. And yeah, very solid from Snow Wave. First time hearing those guys, so let's see who came in the next spot.
Just a baby, you just a baby, I can't a baby, you just a baby, go. I just a baby, you just a baby, like a beast, like on cinema.
switch up.
Bring the action. This is Skyaro present. みんな知るわけ。
Wow. All right. First time hearing these guys as well. Again, don't know who they are individually. One of them looks familiar, that being the left guy. I think I've seen him somewhere. Not sure who he is, or I can't remember his name rather. So I think this team's name was Sky Arrow, if I remember correctly. Kind of like a similar like role designation as we've seen from the first team there. The guy there on the right, mainly responsible for the drums. The guy on the left for all the percussions and stuff along those lines. Vocalizations, I mean, not percussions. Yeah, but difference between this one is that I felt like they had more, like they played off each other a little bit more than they did I seen from the first team. While the first team was more like complete 100% dedication to one particular role. This team played in that the kind of team dynamic that we're kind of used to seeing, especially on like a battle stage. For example, you know, they're just playing with the snares back and forth a lot here in this routine. So it gives me a more, it tells me they probably have a little bit more stage experience or presence compared to the first team. The first team is probably a newer team who hasn't been with each other too long, just kind of like learning the ropes, while this team seems like almost in that veteran kind of era. Maybe they just seem like they have a little bit more experience perhaps in the battle kind of scene, just the way they're kind of like structuring their beats. So yeah, very solid routine. Only complaint I'd have with this one is that the audio is definitely noticeably lower than the first guy. So it is what it is. It's not like a huge takeaway at all, but it's definitely something you have to point out. But other than that, really enjoyed this one too. So let's see who won the next spot.
Yo, we are the Rights. This is our tag team wildcard for Japan Cup. Also to be much better 2023. Let's go. Yo. I got a pressure. There's so much pressure that the body's on stuck on reframe. I got a pressure. There's so much pressure that the body's on stuck on reframe. Right.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, this is Deep with the right. And we're here around big box. Do the right thing. Let's go. Little journey into
Wow. All right, so first time hearing these guys as well. Again, don't know who they are individually, but I like the style that they came in with overall. Very kind of like old school style, which is really odd because they look fairly young. So I don't know if they grew up in like the pinnacle of like the beatbox scene over in Japan, but they definitely have that flair of like old school, which I really appreciate here. In terms of like their dynamic, yeah, these guys kind of like, you know, they feel like a little bit more free flowing, like they have the ability to kind of switch it up in terms of like the roles of each individual beatboxer in a team more freely than we've seen from the other two. Not saying that the other guys can't do that, but these guys seem a little bit more comfortable in terms of like responsibilities in like a team kind of format. So I really like that. I really like the old school kind of style, and this one was very different from the other two. Also, like the audio felt a lot more raw too, which is really nice. So yeah, like these guys a lot. So let's see who came in the next spot. Wow. All right, so Chaos Rad, this is the first team I've obviously heard of before. They're pretty prominent over there, I think. Individually, I believe that's Ray on the left. The right guy, I don't want to guess because I don't want to mistake. So you guys are going to have to tell me who the other guy is in Chaos Rad there. But man, this one was crazy. You know, these guys individually, obviously, seen both of them before. As solo beatboxers, they're both very, very good. Very innovative in the kind of Japanese beatbox scene over there. So Ray has some crazy special sounds, and the other guy also has some crazy special sounds. So this whole team dynamic for these guys is also kind of free-flowing in nature, but both of them are very good and capable at doing both kind of things in formats or whatnot for a tag team. So yeah, just adding both these guys together is like incredible. I think they have so much creativity and potential of creativity for this particular team. So I'm probably going to be seeing a lot of insane kind of new school routines from these guys because their styles are just so fresh and unique. So looking forward to seeing what they'll do potentially as a tag team here in a live kind of setting. And man, didn't expect them to come out with a Skrillex song, which is kind of fitting because the sound capabilities that they have is pretty close to like dubstep kind of genre. So anyway, crazy stuff from Chaos Rad. Let's see who won the next spot.
One more time. I wish I could come back to the time one more time. Now I know I don't have to anymore. One more time. I wish I could come back to the time one more time. Now I know I to be by your side. No time down, 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 I was in, didn't understand what you had gone through, the how you saw me too. We were then, it just made I didn't wanna face it. Really lie, but don't have to lie, but words don't come out. Taking kindness for granted. You sure how you felt? I kept hiding mine. I could have something. Regret everything. Depressed ended, but you were not here. This is cause of me. One more time, I wish you could come back to the time. One more time, now I know I don't have you anymore. You will always meet me, but it's always thinking about me. One more time, now I know I have to be by your side. I have to be by your side. If I can go back. One more time. Now I know how to say I love you.
Nice. All right, this is another team I've not heard of, Vitamins. Don't know who they are individually again. They look fairly young, so I'm going to assume they're pretty new to the beatbox scene over there. So I like this kind of direction they took with the routine itself. Very traditional in a sense where we see this kind of like format of tag team beatbox a lot, especially in the Western culture, like Europe and the United States for sure. Like some teams coming into mind here is like Spider Horse, definitely for one, the biggest comparison I can make there. And yeah, so overall, I think the routine itself was very solid. Again, pretty traditional. I think the vocals is very good. The lyrics are very good. If this is an original track, definitely even more points there for sure. And also they kind of displayed like that change up near the end where it was kind of like a pure musicality routine for the most part. Then they kind of switched it up and made it like pretty much like a battle. A little smidge essence of a battle around there towards the end, and it just kind of flowed very naturally back into the musicality portion. So huge points for these guys here. A very solid routine. I can definitely see why they ranked highly here in the Wildcard contest. And yeah, I like the style overall. I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do. So let's move on to the next one.
ジャパンカップタッグ部門エントリーします。ゆうまです。お願いします。
We are UMF. Starting with nothing. Now we are gonna show you. Get ready. Get ready. We can give you this. We can give you game over.
Wow. All right. Another team I've never heard of, UMA, Unidentified Mysterious Animals. Don't know who they are individually, but man, this one was crazy. Like the combinations that they're able to kind of do here, intertwining between each other. This is like very complex. This is the first really complex one that we saw here, I think, out of all of them. Takes a lot of talent and a lot of, I think, time and prep and practice to kind of do something like this. So yeah, kudos to these guys. Never heard this team before. Yeah, I think like the biggest inspiration, obviously, I think these guys are inspired probably from, I want to say Rogue Wave, just because the entire round here is very similar in nature to what we've seen of Rogue Wave's particular round against Rofu at the last GBB, their second round. Also, I heard some essence of middle school in there too, you know, Fubuxi and Supernova. So yeah, these guys are absolutely crazy. These guys could be the wild card, I think, maybe to take it all the way to the finals here for this competition, just based on what I heard here alone. Yeah, super crazy stuff from UMA. So let's move on to the next one.
バカ知らぬ間に増える頭にエネミーバカいつ巻いたお前らこうな背筋ラジレオ湧き上がるフォーエバーいつもゲナジーバカラジレオバカ
Nice. All right, heard these guys before, obviously. They've been around for a little while. I think it's Kaloa and can't remember the other guy's name. I think it's I don't want to guess. I don't want to be disrespectful. So you guys can let me know the other guy's name in the comment. I think it starts with an M, obviously. I heard him before, obviously, just slipping my mind right now. But yeah, this one's pretty crazy as well. These guys are very talented in the individual beatbox scene. Like, they're very prominent in the individual solo beatbox scene over there. So yeah, these guys are just like purely talented, and this is just like a raw talent kind of tag team here for sure. They definitely have a lot of chemistry because they've been beatboxing together for a little while, clearly. And yeah, this routine here is very, very solid. Had a lot of high moments, a lot of complexity, pretty well structured overall, and very solid. Worth the second spot, I think, for sure. Yeah, nothing really much else to say about these guys. Pretty much got exactly what I expected of them because they're so good overall. So yeah, let's move on to the final one. Yeah.
Talking in my sleeping night, making myself crazy. All in my mind, loading down the lady out, hoping he will save me. Too many times. One, the pick up the phone, you know you're sorry cause I don't care long. 2, don't let me, you have to kick it out again. 3, don't be his friend, you know you're gonna wake up as red in the morning. If you're under him, you ain't getting over him. I gonna lose a count on people. Feel like crazy. Feel like crazy. Been feeling like I'm all out. Just wanna find somewhere to go. With you, I can dance when I'm broken out. How needn't you from the very start. Just come and make him Just come and make him.
Wow. Alright. So, Ziger, heard these guys many times in the past. Oddly enough, don't know their beatbox names, their tags individually, so again, let me know. But these guys, very good, very musically talented, obviously. Obviously a couple cover songs here, not original tracks, but it doesn't really matter because they made it work so well, I think. Yeah, these guys have it all. Pretty much essentially. Definitely see why they came in first place. I can't really see any arguments that would put them lower than that. I just think that every little aspect of this wildcard here was pretty spot on. They had crazy technique, very good team dynamic, elite timing, I think, and yeah, just very entertaining from start to finish. So not surprised that they got first place here, and excited to see what they can do in a live kind of setting. So very solid video here, I think. Seen more teams for the first time than I've seen familiar teams. I think there's only 2 or 3 out of the 8 that I've heard of before, which is, you know, sometimes unheard of. So I follow the Japanese scene, not like as closely as others, but I think I'm pretty diverse with the Japanese scene overall. So it's kind of surprising to me that there's so many unknown people here for me, which is you know, always a good thing, because that just shows that the scene is evolving and expanding really fast, and it's always a good thing. So anyway, if you enjoyed this video, go check out the original video and channel. Links in the description like always. If you want to support me, leave a like on this video, sub to my channel. Other than that, I'll see you guys in the next beatbox reaction video.